Jamie, played by Alexander Lincoln, was presumed dead when they faked his death last year on Emmerdale, with no one realizing he had moved in with Andrea Tate's, Anna Nightingale, mother. After getting custody of Millie Tate, Willow Bell, following his late wife's death, the character went missing again and has only been mentioned in terms of an off-screen presence when Gabby Thomas, Rosie Bentham, thought he had returned a couple of months ago on the ITV soap. However, when their son Thomas Tate, Bertie Brotherton, ends up injured in next week's episodes, it could be his father will return to take him away. The drama begins with Amelia Spencer, Daisy Campbell, who has been looking after Thomas as his babysitter when Gabby has been busy. After the events of last week, which saw her talk to Lydia Dingle, Karen Blick, about a boy she was seeing, her uncle Dan Spencer, Liam Fox, gets the tip-off about his niece's romance. Wanting to make sure she has found herself a nice gentleman, Dan quizzes his niece and she is left horrified by his inquisition. Little does anyone know, the person Amelia was referring to was Noah Dingle, Jack Downham, who is currently serving time in prison on stalking charges. Following yet another visit to see the young Dingle man, the young woman is in high spirits, but this soon changes when her vision starts to blur. Viewers of the show know Amelia has been drinking weight-gaining syrup recently in the hope she could improve her figure as she felt uncomfortable. Although she thinks she is alright, things take a worrying turn. She agrees to babysit for Gabby whilst she goes out. It doesn't take long for the young girl to become dizzy and she begins to feel nauseous as a result of all the supplements she has been taking. With Thomas in her arms, Amelia makes a big mistake as she ends up dropping him from quite the height and she has to pick him up from the floor. As the baby cries out, Harriet Finch, Catherine Dow Blyton, turns up at home farm, leaving Amelia deeply concerned that she will be accused of hurting him. Trying to explain the situation, Amelia tells the former vicar the baby fell from his high chair, and although there doesn't seem to be any serious injuries, Harriet says they should go to the hospital. As they wait for the results of all the scans, Amelia is left sick to the stomach when Gabby turns up, worried about her son. It's not too long before the truth comes out about what happened as Lucas Taylor, Noah Ryan Aspinall, explains Amelia dropped the child. Kim Tate, Claire King, is furious and calls out the young schoolgirl for lying to them about what happened to young Thomas. She faces an onslaught of questions about what caused her to black out, and it's not until she is alone that she tells Dan the truth. Amelia agrees to get checked over as her uncle fights back tears after hearing how his niece has been subjected to social pressures. However, Gabby also has some things to deal with as she worries she will get a call from the social services about her son's accident. The mother of one is furious with her friend for letting harm come to her son, but it seems the decision of custody could be taken out of her hands. When the social services arrive at the hospital to assess the situation, they could explain to Gabby they have someone to take care of Thomas. Heartbroken her son is being taken away from her, it wouldn't cross Gabby's mind the person would be Kim's supposedly dead child. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. Gabby and Kim could be rocked to the core when the social services explain Jamie is ready to take custody of his son for the foreseeable. With Thomas still in the hospital, Jamie could walk back in as if nothing had happened, despite the fact many thought he was dead. The mother of his child would fight tooth and nail to secure she could keep Thomas, but his influence could be too powerful to overcome. Wanting to make Gabby's life a misery, Jamie could stay in the village and make it torture for her to see Thomas every day. Will the mother of one enact her own revenge against the man who left her holding the baby? The actress who plays Gabby, Rosie, has spoken about what a possible reunion for her character and Jamie could mean in the future. Asked if a comeback was on the table, Rosie explained to Radio Times, "I'd hope so. I'd love to see Alex back. We know Hess alive. Hess not even back and Hess caused drama just with his name, so we'll see what happens." Gabby's been very grounded at home farm and very secure. "It's hard being a single mother on her own," she explained. So could Jamie being on the scene be more of a help than a hindrance?